Hey everybody, Shawn Andrich from Gamers with Jobs here, and welcome to Chapter 7 of the Unmarked. When we last left our adventurers, they had trashed a bowling alley to save the people in it from dark, unseen forces, and they were visited by two mysterious clowns named Tim and Charlie, and then they ran to the hospital in order to show Jacob the limitations of his power. And when we last left our group, Charlie was unfortunately stabbed in the back, and Chet was confronted with a very angry and jilted ex-wife. Enjoy.
You should have called me, Chet, is what Janine says as Charlie the clown slumps down onto the pavement in front of the hospital. A bubble of blood comes out of his mouth, and you can see what you thought was a surgical instrument from the back, but is obviously much larger. It looks to be a chef's knife, maybe taken from someplace in the hospital, the kitchen, I would imagine, not the operating room. And everything starts to get really crazy really fast. So I'd like everyone to draw a tarot card.
Oh, God. Do you want us to do it one at a time, or?
Yeah, do them one at a time.
Okay,
Rob,
you call us out.
Cory, you're on the left. So, Cory, you go first. Chet, I mean.
I draw
Dun, dun, dun.
the Temperance.
Temperance. Oh, I like that.
Oh boy.
That seems really unlikely.
Of course
Temperance,
you do.
right
Yeah.
side up.
Right side up. Where is my temperance? There it was under my mouse, so I couldn't see it. Temperance is a card about balance in many ways in relationships of all kinds. It looks like some partnership needs attention.
Oh my god! I couldn't script these.
He has a moment where he's like, "Oh, this is going real bad. I can do something."
This is also a card about alchemy or mixing and matching. You may have to try several approaches to things before you find what is truly right for you. Although, in general, all your relationships are likely to be going quite well, you may need to look at your deeper personal issues and see if or how these are standing in your way.
Like, for example, do you think your relationships are going quite well? Because you should reevaluate that.
Okay, going across. Julian.
Okay. I have the Four of Pentacles.
Okay. Four of Pentacles, reversed or regular?
Reversed.
Four of Pentacles, reversed. Oh, that's a 5.
My feet are apparently sitting on little coins.
The Four of Pentacles reverse often implies that you're holding on to things, people, money, or situations far more than you should for your own well-being or peace of mind. It's time to relax and to remember you cannot control what others choose to do. We all have free will. Focus on your own choices.
That's not easy. Come on.
But the challenge for us, we really need to internalize what's going on and play that into the character. That's so interesting.
Because I'm going to ask you what's going to happen next, and I want you to use these cards as an inspiration to your choice.
Yeah.
Okay, so going over to the next one, we've got Karla.
All right. The Moon. Reversed.
The Moon reversed. Okay. Especially in reverse, the Moon indicates that things may seem somewhat confusing to you now, and or to those close to you. It is important to sit with this uncertainty. Don't try to force things or people to do things before they are ready. You are definitely in a more psychic and intuitive phase than usual, so it's important for you to trust your instincts and your impressions, even if you don't know where they are coming from. However, when you draw the reverse moon, the impressions you are getting may be less than clear and easily misinterpreted. Even so, don't ignore them. Suss out their meaning.
Love that.
Right.
Okay? And now let's go with Mr. Sands.
All right, I have drawn. I've drawn judgment.
Yeah.
Let's call it just straight up, just judgment.
Straight up judgment. Okay. Judgment can be a card about jumping to conclusions, decisions, and judgments,
That sounds right.
which are too hastily made. If you are prone to such thing, this is a clear signal to slow down and give things more thought and give people more chances. This can be a real time of spiritual awakening. That's about it. It goes into things like health and finance and love, but basically it's saying slow down before you jump to conclusions, because that's what you tend to do, Mr. Judgy Judger.
Pretty much
Okay.
on.
Spot on.
I don't totally get all the naked people on the Judgment card.
It's
Not
the
quite-
Judgment Day. They're rising out of their graves.
Oh, literally coming out of caskets.
Yeah.
Okay.
They couldn't afford clothes back then.
Nice.
All
They
right.
look good.
Nice.
all of a sudden he's looking forward to the apocalypse. Wait, naked people?
Man.
No one told me about naked people.
Sweet, no clothes. Nice.
All right. And the last card, Mr. Andrich.
Okay. I got the 2 of Hiker Head. I don't know what that is.
What? Let me...
2 of Cups.
Cups. Oh,
cups.
they're holding cups. That makes sense.
Yeah. 2 of Cups. 2 of Cups is right here.
Straight up.
Yep. In general, this is a card that says things are likely to be going well. You should be feeling more than usually loved, cared for, or content. Okay, they don't all work. If you're looking for an employment or a new opportunity, this can mean that you are going to find it very soon. It means that the underpinnings of a real solid potential for true love and affection is there if you just relax and be in the moment.
Wow, we've got a lot of relaxing going on.
Yeah,
Yeah.
interesting. All right.
Well,
Well,
So-
super chill about this.
yeah, so
Man, who's that cute girl with the knife?
So, there's a murder or a near murder. There's a dying clown. There's another clown by the name of Tim who starts to freak out and start shouting, I didn't see this. I couldn't feel this. What the fuck is going on? I can't see this.
Janine, what did you do?
You said you were going to call me, Chet, and then you didn't call me, and I love you.
I was going to call. Why did you kill him? What does me not calling you have to do with killing him? What are you doing? I try to grab the knife away from her.
Okay, so you're going to try to grab the knife away. What is everyone else doing in this situation?
I'm going to use my intuition.
To do what?
I don't know.
Consider it used.
Is that
you
a
can
superpower?
you can sit stunned.
I'm
I'm actually going to turn to our resident clown, our clown,
Yeah.
and be like, does she have a shadow? What's going on here?
I'm assuming I can feel nothing here.
Uh,
I don't feel any. I mean, I'm still a little overwhelmed from what I just felt in the hospital.
right. Yeah. You can. Yeah. But no. What you would expect to feel is that sort of flutter of some sort of shadow or hollow or some sort of dark spot in there. That's just not the case here, which is not unusual because that's how the rest of the world works, but is surprising in this context.
Yeah, I mean, I think my reaction is just sort of what it was when the guy got shot in the ring, right? Which is just, I have to do something, so I push her away and try to like
Who's her? Which
cradle
her?
the, not
Janine?
not Janine, right?
Yeah.
Who
Oh, you push
try-
knife girl away.
push knife girl away and sort of try to cradle this guy down to the ground and
Okay,
start
so
yelling,
you're
help,
going
help!
you're going to help. Ethan, our magician. What are you
Yeah.
doing?
So I was planning to also sort of help. So I think Jacob and I sort of intrinsically go right for this guy with the same idea.
Okay,
But
you're going
I also turn to Chet and say, you need to tell her to put it down. Don't just take it. Just tell her.
Okay, and finally,
Beck.
Chuck. Yeah.
Beck is going to expertly grab the knife with lightning fast reflexes.
Okay. Fantastic.
Without any downside.
Without any downside. Okay. So, Chet, you start talking, and you hear behind you a voice which you know all too well, but have not heard all too much in the recent past, going, "Dad? Mom?
You son of a bitch.
Oh, ouch.
Okay. You both of you approach the clown. Mm-hmm. He is bleeding. He's got a knife buried deep into his back. It sort of pierced some sort of organ, and oddly enough, as he's losing focus, he's starting to kind of horrifically deflate, for lack of a better term.
I'm afraid of this.
There it
So
comes.
we can't get a doctor. I tell Ethan we can't get a doctor. We can't get a doctor. They can't see this. I look at the other clown and say, what can we do?
He's just like shaking his head. He's like, I don't, maybe a doctor? I don't know. Like, okay. And so I need Chuck to pull a card to try to knock the knife out.
Okay. A 5 of pentacles.
5 of Pentacles. You're a little panicked. Right? I don't want to tell you, you're not calm and in the zone right now.
Yeah, well, there's a guy with crutches on the card, so that fits.
It's a time in life when you're feeling less than secure. And then it says reach out, which I think is really funny. So because it actually says reach out, we are going to basically say that you managed to sort of grab the wrist and stop her, and you have sort of control of the situation, but she moves with sort of an unnaturally fast reflex.
Whoa.
Like, she just sort of pulls back, and where the knife was, all of a sudden is her wrist, and she looks at you and kind of turns her head in a sort of uncanny, like, almost praying mantis way.
Ugh.
So, Chet, you turn around, and there is your 14-year-old son, who apparently your ex-wife has taken to this hospital. His name is Patrick. He used to be Pat, but he's been wanting to be called Patrick the past 2 years.
So I have now turned my attention away from Janine.
Quick,
okay.
Quick question real quick, because
Yeah.
I'm confused. Where's the knife? Is it in the clown, or
in the
does
clown,
Janine
or is it-
hold it?
Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, we had it in 2 places.
Or are
it's
there 2?
Sure. You know what? That's a great idea.
What are you doing, Sean?
Thank you,
I'm
John.
sorry, I need to know where the knife is.
Knife in
there
each
a
No,
hand.
you're absolutely right. I had the knife in 2 spots.
Knife in each hand.
Yeah, no, there was a knife in each hand. Lefty went in, stabbed, and then when she went in with the right one, that's when
Dual wield it. I love
my
that.
yeah, dual wielding.
Okay,
Yeah.
She's a ranger.
Oh my god.
Her stalking
Chet,
out of the
sorry.
hospital with
Rogue.
2 knives, that is heavy.
Okay, so I am going to try to move Patrick from the situation. Pat, what are you doing here? You shouldn't see this. Come here. Come over.
What's
come over
going
this
on?
way.
Why does Mom have a knife? What's going Dad?
I'll explain
Don't
to you
instruct
in a
him.
moment.
Don't tell him to do anything.
I am moving him. I'm trying to move him away from the situation, while also side-eyeing as I'm walking away. Like, has anybody noticed the fact that someone was just stabbed outside the hospital? Are
Well, this has
doctors
only
coming?
been like 10 seconds, but yeah, you can start to hear some commotion.
So I am trying to shuffle Pat very far away. Like, I'm trying to get him. I'm assuming there's a parking lot.
Sure, it's not that close. You're in a sort of a horseshoe cul-de-sac, like where you would come in and drop people off, not the emergency room, but the front entrance, right?
I'm trying to get at least like 100 feet away.
Yeah. I
trying to
probably could have
really
looked
remove
this.
us.
Okay, you're trying to move. That's going to take a little bit of time. So meanwhile, what the 2 of you who are down near the clown see, near Charlie the clown, is he's starting to go, and what is happening is a black sort of foam is pouring out of his mouth and his nose and his eyes that both of you can see.
Okay.
And this foam, as it's coming out, he is basically losing his internal structure. You can see now like veins and stuff like that, but he's becoming just a deboned person.
So I look at the other clown, not Charlie, and I say,
The other clown is Tim.
Tim the clown. Tim, what happens when we die? What happens to all the things that we've taken inside of us?
It depends how you go.
Well, look.
This is a bad one. This is... There is.
Come on, Tim.
Thank you, Captain Obvious Tim.
There is. Okay, they're escaping. I don't know if we can contain them again. We can try, and you can see now that this foam is actually sort of rebuilding itself into sort of a partially formed skeleton. Like, it's not all complete,
Jesus.
but there's like half a skull, and there's like a collarbone, and it's like sort of pouring out as a foam, like
And can I feel it?
now you can feel there's just a collection of like 100 of these things, big and small.
But
Can
coming
we
from
see
the
this
stuff
as
coming
well?
Yes,
from
you
the
can
clown.
all see this.
All right.
I look at Jacob. Jacob, you can't take this in. You can't take this in.
No, I there's no part of me that even thinks that I can do this. This is when my potential heroism flees radically, and I just sit there and continue to put direct pressure on what's now an inch and a half thick clown.
Yeah, it's just a.
All right.
It's
Please tell me there's a whoopee cushion noise as it slowly escapes.
Gina's
no,
gonna-
not here. No whipping cushion nose. No honking nose. The shoes look. The shoes. He wasn't even wearing the big shoes. Like.
Oh God, Regina's
makes a
gonna
pity
follow
whistle
her
sound.
instincts here. She's gonna follow her instincts here, and she's gonna ask, "Lawyer dude, your name again?"
Ethan.
Ethan.
She's gonna be like, "Back me up, Ethan. Take her trusty crow hammer," and she swings at the half-formed skeleton.
Okay, great. So you need to
Okay.
draw a card, and Chuck, Janine turns to you and locks onto you and takes a knife and makes a swing at you.
All
What do
right.
you? Do you
I'm
let
in
go? Do you pull her down? Do you jump out of the way?
I'm just trying to control
kill
her.
my wife.
I don't have the instinct to actually like do anything too overt. So I think I'm just going to try and like keep my hand on her to control her wrist, but also dodge out of the way.
Okay, so I'm going to draw a card for her. This will be fun. Oh, did people already draw cards here?
You told me to draw one, so I did.
Yeah. Which one was yours? Because there's two drawn.
I have the 7 of Cups.
The 7 of Cups. Great. So we will do that. So you're taking a swing with a hammer at a sort of
Crowbar.
a crowbar. I'm sorry, a crowbar.
Yes.
The 7 of Cups at what is becoming a sort of foam. Foam's not the right word. Charcoal looks now like it solidifies. Actually, the image I have in my head. Do you remember? And I don't know if everyone had them. The things you could light on fire. They were like a firework.
Oh yeah, the little
Yeah.
snakes.
The little snakes, like it just did this like,
And, like, the
foamy
ash
thing,
starts coming out
and
of
it kind of like but instead of it's pouring out like just like that, but instead of turning to ash, it's solidifying into something like structural.
Like
You're
volcanic,
such an asshole.
like volcanic rock. That's like all. kind
Yeah, I guess sure.
Okay.
I'm an asshole. I'll take that as the highest compliment from you on that. Okay, the 7 of Cups indicates confusion and disorganization and too much going on.
G.
In general, this card points to a need to narrow your focus. So what we're going to say is
Okay.
you swing, but in your panic, you are a bit unfocused. So how does that manifest itself? Is it lack of accuracy? Is it lack of strength? Is it lack of follow through?
Lack of accuracy.
Lack of accuracy. Okay. So you end up hitting it, but sort of a glancing blow, and you feel it. It's solid. It feels like, I mean, I don't know how many times you've hit bones with the crowbar, either in real life or in this world. But it feels like something that would be approximately like a bone, and it sort of cracks, like a couple ribs crack. And just fall to the ground. And when they fall to the ground, they sort of just turn into the like ash and go away.
Nice.
I drew a
Horrifying sword part.
horrified 3 of Swords going through someone's heart. Okay.
But only a 3.
How literal are we going to get here?
No, it's a 3. It's only a 3.
Janine stabs herself
God.
3 times.
She basically takes the knife and whirls it at the hand that Chuck is holding onto her. Well, no, he's holding onto the wrist with the knife. So she's wrestling and moving the knife and ends up taking the knife and pointing it right back where it ends, like an inch in front of your face before you manage to stop it. And you feel your heart race, and obviously there's a lot of fear, and she just smiles at you and starts nodding.
So, in relation to me, where's Janine? Does she have her back
wherever
to
you
me?
need her to be? Do you want her back to you?
I mean, I figure if she's walking away because she stabbed the clown,
Sure,
I'm down with the clown.
we'll say she turned.
And I mean, so here's what I'm thinking in my head. So I'm kind of reminded by Regina, like I can help. I didn't help her so much with that swing, but what I'd actually like to do is try and play with fate a little bit, but also something physical. I want to try and grab Janine and throw her into the monster, like to kind of topple them both over and hopefully, knock out the knife, and maybe they go at each other.
So, what is the probability of this happen? A gust of wind, a sudden earthquake? She stumbles over her own.
Well, no,
feet.
I'm actually going to grab her and throw her. So
You're just going to grab it. So this is This is just you being a tough middle-aged lawyer in chinos,
and hoping that like I'll do what I want because it's me, and maybe so I'm also trying to manipulate it. But
okay,
so
you're trying to manipulate that. What if you just for once in your life manage to get all your muscles to be perfect like a professional athlete?
Yes.
Okay,
which
great.
I
So
know
that's
is,
what you're trying to do.
Yeah.
So you're just trying to basically not be beyond yourself. You're just trying to actually pull everything together correctly.
Right.
Okay, while you draw that card, let's go back to Chet for a moment. Chet, you're dragging your son away, and he's losing it. He's crying. He's hysterical. Why are those people fighting Mom? Why did Mom take me here? What's wrong with her? She wouldn't answer my questions.
How did you get here? I don't understand.
She drove me. She went home, and she didn't say anything for an hour. And then she said, get in the car, and we got here. She told me to wait, and she went inside, and then...
Hey, Pat, it's going to be okay. It's going to be okay.
What's going on?
Just hold it. Just calm down. I try to hug him.
He just collapses into a blubbering mess into your arms. Okay, we're going to leave that there for a moment. So what did you draw for a card?
I drew a 9 of staves. Is that what that is?
Sure.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, stabs?
Yeah,
9 of stabs.
It's pretty stabby.
A stab.
It's
A multiple
pretty
stab.
Okay.
We're going to call it a wand.
Wand, stabs. Sure.
Yeah.
Same thing.
I like stabs.
One is just a tiny
me
staff.
Um,
So I drew a 9.
This card can indicate anxiety and worry, being burdened and keyed up over concerns. So sure. When the 9 of Wands comes out, the first and best step is often to take a deep breath and calm down. Don't let the things you're worried about overwhelm you. Stay very much, get very specific of what you're afraid of and pick it apart. So the good news is a 9 succeeds. Mm-hmm. So you manage to take Janine with the knife. You catch her by surprise. You manage to somehow remember you took a judo class when you were like 10. It was only one class, and you got hit in the cheek, and you left in the middle, and you never went back. And so from there, all of a sudden you remember everything about leverage and what you've seen, and you manage to pull her back over your hip and kind of throw her into this now standing sort of fully formed, half-formed skeleton. It's missing sections. It only has one arm, for example, and it doesn't have any teeth and half a
You guys are
skull.
killing my wife. What are you doing?
And you throw her into this and knock both of them to the ground with sort of a... she shrieks, or it shrieks. There's a sort of high-pitched shrieking sort of nasty thing, which almost seems to blend, that you realize, into a woo. You can hear sirens coming from far away. Not that far away now, maybe a block away. So, Regina, someone grabs you.
All right.
What's your first reaction?
Does your intuition say?
Yeah.
I've been spending a lot of time sort of engaging with animal minds. I kind of whirl on them with my darling a little bit.
Okay. So you turn and you see a clown face, because it's Tim.
Don't kill Tim.
He's
had a hard day.
I'm like, what?
He goes, there's something big in this town. I think your brother was right. And then he lets go of you, and he jumps like a man on a grenade onto the fallen skeleton.
Oh no!
Oh no, Tim!
And you feel he starts screaming horribly as basically this thing liquefies and tries to pour into him, but there is no room for this to go. And he sort of just almost decompresses, skin and everything, just like gets crumpled. And luckily, after a few seconds, the screaming stops, but the sounds that his body makes are actually worse. And you can see like bones and things gathering up, and there's like half a skeleton coming out, and he can't take in any more. And it's just, he's writhing and it's writhing, and at that point the cop cars come around the corner. How does everyone react?
Am I feeling it diminish? Do I feel like?
Oh, yeah, you can
Tim's
see
being
like
effective?
he is taking in as much as he can from this thing.
Okay. And Charlie is dead.
Yeah, he is just a deflated, bled out sack with a few bones left in him that you in later times could say, yep, there was a piece of skull, and his right arm was still his own. But
I look at Ethan and I say, Ethan, like really sharply. I say, Ethan, we're leaving.
Okay.
And I just start trying to get people out.
I'm standing there now holding air because suddenly somehow Ethan just judo through
Judo chop.
like even still like doing judo like stances and poses off to the side.
One last thing, Ethan. For you doing this, you succeeded, but you didn't succeed great. What's the side effects to this?
So I probably banged my head pretty good rolling over. And,
okay.
Yeah.
So you're getting up. You're a bit stunned. You may actually be doing Austin Powers judo chop moves in the parking lot of this.
And to be clear, that would make your second head wound tonight.
Even more why I should be yelling at you.
Did Janine drop the knife?
Janine is down. She has dropped the knife, but she is actually on all fours right now, looking at all of you, like kind of just back and forth, smiling still.
And then,
you are like 25 feet away now. You've managed to. You are closer where the cop cars are. And just to paint the scene, there is a picture an upside down U, which is the horseshoe. The street is out here at the bottom, and the hospital is up at the top. The cop cars are coming into the bottom, both sides of the horseshoe. You are right at the top of the arch, so to speak. This is where we're all going down. There's a fountain in the middle. There's a couple parked cars. The hospital's behind you, the main entrance, and there's a little bit of a wing framing in. I have to admit, I haven't looked up the Coffeyville hospital, so this could be completely inaccurate.
Let's just assume that they've remodeled.
Yes, since
to our specifications.
Yes.
Since 20 minutes ago when we started recording.
Here's what I wanted to hear. In response to Jacob, I turn to Jacob. I say, I know the cops. We need to make sure she doesn't get killed. You guys go. Just go. And then I try to get between Janine and the knife.
Okay. The knife is on the ground. Okay, so that's what you're doing.
Yeah.
Chuck, what are you doing?
I'm running to Chet.
Okay. You're running over to Chet. That'll take like this next time period of however we run this game. Jacob, you just shouted. Are you doing anything when he's?
I'm trying to pull people towards the car we came in. Like I don't care about Janine at all.
Okay, so we'll just say that your car is where in the
horseshoe?
Parking
lot. You said we were sort of on the horseshoe, and we had a parking
lot.
There
were a couple cars parked there. So sure, we'll say you parked your car there.
I'm just trying to scoop people out of here to get away from the cops.
Yeah, it's a Thursday night. So Regina, what are you doing?
I have a relationship with cops. They pick me up at the site of my brother's car crash, probably once a month. I'm gonna shuck the crowbar real unobtrusively.
There's no real unobtrusive. You're in Kansas, not like a big copse of trees here. Everything is.
and make
Stick
it
it
look
inside
like I was,
Charlie. He won't notice.
I was just.
Oh no!
Just
Too soon.
newly deflated. Come on.
Charlie.
And I'm gonna try and look like a bystander.
Okay.
I've come out of the hospital. I'm like, what's all
Well, that's
this?
believable.
You just like stand around like, whoa, what is all this?
What the? all
what
this
is happening?
blood.
I don't know what's going on.
Pretty much.
Okay. So, who was trying? So let me just go through. You were still talking to your son. You were running over to him. You were trying to talk to the cops. You were trying to get in the. Two of you were trying to talk to the cops, and one of you was just getting in a car. Did I sum it up?
I think so.
I'm trying to get other people to go in the car. I'm
Right,
not
you're-
leaving without my
You're
team.
You're
but
trying to get people to go to the car.
Nobody's coming with me.
No one's
No,
coming
yeah.
with you. So
No, it's not working.
it is a
Utterly fruitless effort. Yeah.
Oh no, this is exactly how this would happen in real life. This is
Yeah.
wonderful.
I'm totally down with this. Yeah.
Okay,
Even the deflating part is how this would happen in real life.
Everything. This is actually a documentary.
Yeah, turns out. So
okay,
I'm
yeah.
gonna turn to my son and
Yeah.
say, Pat, where's the car? We need to go. Your mother has done something bad. We need to go.
It's. He's pointing. He's 14. He's like,
I know what a
It's
car
in-
looks
it-
like, right?
No.
I would think so.
What?
So,
yeah. You
I'm-
know what a car
I'm
looks
going
like.
to
That's fine.
start-
Well,
I'm going to start
actually,
moving
you're still making payments on it. You know exactly what it
There
looks
you
like.
go.
And
I
every
know
time you
I know
write
that
that
fucking
goddamn
car.
check, you think
That's
of
right.
keying it.
I am moving him towards her car.
Yeah, one of the wings will say is a parking garage,
Yep.
right? And so you're trying to get to the parking garage, and you can see Chuck running at you.
I'm going to
And
get
we are-
between him and wherever he's walking.
Okay, so you see where he's going, and you're interposing yourself. The cop cars come up at the bottom of the horseshoe, and then do that thing where they turn and they open the doors and they jump out and they put the lights on and they put the guns at you, and you hear the "Everybody fucking stop right now!"
This is my
I wanna
favorite part of
see
SVU.
hands.
I love this.
What's that?
This is my favorite part of SVU. every Law and Order episode has this moment. I love it.
Yeah. I don't even know if this
I'm-
is what police do in real life, but they do it in every show I've seen.
I'm completely compliant. I immediately drop to the ground
Okay.
wherever I am
Yeah.
and throw my hands behind my neck.
Wow. Real
Okay.
respect
What
for
is everyone else
authority there.
doing?
I put up my hands as well and shout, I need help over here. This woman attacked us. Help us.
Okay. She stands up and starts going, "Help! My ex-husband attacked me with his friends." He's
Okay.
right
We need to
there.
move. We need to move, and I am hustling as much as possible. And I don't know why Chuck just
you
got
are
in front
in
of
the.
us.
You are.
Are we in the
walking
line
out-
of fire of the police?
Oh yeah.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
This is
Yeah, we're
basically
gonna
like
die.
a courtyard.
Okay, at this point,
What would Chet do?
Chat and Chuck are relatively close together.
Yep. You
So-
guys are within 10 feet of each other, whatever you need it to be.
I got my hands up. I don't
Yep.
get shot.
Yeah.
Yeah, me too.
I
You're-
stop, and I'm looking at all the cops, and they have their guns out.
Yep.
It-
They're behind the doors with their guns out. Your son is next to you.
Can
He
I draw a
is-
card?
Oh, yeah, you can draw a card. I always let people draw cards. Let me just reshuffle, though. There we go. Fresh and clean for you. Let me get the tarot card interpretations ready. Oh, that's not good, is it?
I drew a 7.
A
a 7 with flowers.
Cups.
No.
6.
Or 6, yeah.
of cups.
I don't know
6
how
of
to
cups.
count.
Regular or in reversed?
Let's say it's reversed.
Sure, just we haven't done that in a while. The reverse 6 of cups is often a card about looking back on how things used to be. This
Okay.
is sometimes
Right before I
connected
was
with
shot to
children
death.
or childhood. This reversal suggests that you are, right now, starting to pay more attention to the future and less on the past.
Damn it. Okay.
Don't get lost in the good old days. Live for today. This moment is the beginning of the rest of your life. By the way, I make up about half the stuff on these.
So hang on. Hey, read
No, I
that
start
last,
with it,
read
and
that
then
last
I
bit one
go
more
from
time. Read that last bit one more
Today
time.
is the first day of the rest of your life. Well, what were you going to do? In the future, I would like you to tell me what you're going to do before you draw. the card, I realize, because now you can interpret it based on what you drew, which is not the
That
point.
is how tarot works.
I was
Oh no, that's
So
I interpret it, but you have to tell me what you.
I was trying to decide if I was going to use my powers to tell the cops to stand down, or if I was going to put my hands up and surrender.
Okay, and
And
you got
based-
a 6, which
based
is right
on
in
what
the
the
middle.
card
Go
says.
away.
Yeah.
Make them go away.
Based on what the card says, like so I'll let you decide if the 6 is like valuable
is-
as a power.
It's basically
at a power
right
level.
It's right in the middle. You tell me what you want to do.
The card makes me think that this is the moment where I really just kind of decide if I want to like own this power or not.
Yeah.
And I do. So I say, everybody stand down.
Okay.
And I feel it.
Yeah, you put it all into it. Okay. You project it. Your voice is your instrument. This is how you've
Of
made
course,
your living.
I'm the voice of the Red Ravens. I don't
You
know
are
if
the
remember
voice of
that.
the Red Ravens, and now you're the voice of something much bigger that you are only beginning to understand. The rest of you feel this come at you, and you have this momentary sense of that it's calling you to do something. But something about who you are now enables it to bounce off you. You do suspect, though, that if you were caught unaware, or if someone really got lucky or good, it could still affect you. But in this case, it wasn't directed at you either physically or intentionally, so it can bounce off. What you see with the cops is all of them take their guns down and just stand up, and the situation diffuses, and they go, all right, we're here to talk. Is that you, Chet?
Well, you know it's me. I'm the voice of the Red Ravens.
God, I am never going to get tired of hearing that.
I'm never
Hi-
not
hi-
going to be tired of hearing that.
How you doing there, Roger? How you doing there, Roger? You having a good day today?
Well, Chet, I'd like to say that I was having a good day, but we got to bring you all in.
I don't think that's necessary, Roger.
Oh, and you're using the voice there on that?
No, not yet.
Okay. Well, turns
we
out
seem
we got
to have ourselves a situation, but it seems to be calming down now. I think
Well. Now, wait. Hold on 1 minute there, Chet. Seems that you and your friends here have been involved with a whole bunch of things over the past week. We got a body that we found in an old factory, and you're on video footage fleeing that scene. We've got a.
Oh, jeez.
We've got one of you stealing a dog, caught on footage down at the casino, and there was a car accident with all of you fleeing the scene. You were seen in that car not half an hour beforehand. We have a bowling alley that collapsed, and you left with a few clowns, and now we find you here with
Roger.
knives and an ex-wife accusing you of attacking her.
Roger, I'm not gonna lie to you. Times are tough in this town.
Well, Chet,
Times are
normally
very,
I'm a
very
guy-
tough.
Normally I'm a
let me
guy
explain. Let me explain what happened here. My poor, distraught ex-wife, Janine, she's confused, and I think maybe we could get her some help. That would be good. My friends and I, however, we do have to leave.
Well, you did hear everything I just said. You do understand why you all have to come down for questioning.
Are there any
We don't have
bodies?
to come down for questioning, Roger.
What's that?
We
Are
don't
there
have
any
to come down
bodies?
for questioning.
There is what looks to be a deflated clown suit that with maybe some sort of skin sack over it. Next to it is what appears to be a dead clown with half of a charcoal skeleton stuck in it.
Okay,
the
so
skeleton
this
is
evidence.
still
You're saying
moving
this
its
still counts
leg.
as evidence.
Yeah, the skeleton is trying to pull its way out of the body. It got up to the ribcage, so it is starting to drag this corpse of Tim the Clown around, but only from the waist down because the rest of it has been absorbed into it.
Oh,
Chet,
Jesus.
just get rid of them.
We don't need to come down for questioning, Roger.
Okay. You tell me when you're pulling the card, you're turning on the.
You should we should probably you should get Janine somewhere safe, and this is all gonna blow over.
That's
You all should leave.
Okay, so are you drawing a card there? You turn it on because
I'm drawing a card. I'm turning it on.
Is it not the carnies you're looking for?
I drew an 8. Let's say it's right side up.
okay, eight of
Eight of
swords.
swords.
Yeah. So an 8's pretty good. It looks like this is going to mostly succeed, but you have to tell me what part doesn't.
Okay.
When the 8 of swords appears, you may be holding yourself back because you fear moving into the future, because you're wary of getting hurt by a new situation.
Ain't that true?
Think through what it is that you're afraid of. The truth of the situations are probably much less frightening than your mind is making it out to be. Although in this case, I don't think so.
What I'm worried about is how this is going to affect my son.
Okay. So you basically said take care of her and let us go. And with an 8, I'm going to say that this is mostly going to work. So what works and what doesn't? All of you can feel free to collaborate in on this. You're going to get yourself out of the scene without having to go down to jail, but not without some repercussions.
I think we are not going to be able to take any of the quote unquote evidence with us.
Yeah.
Right.
That's not going to be good. They are going to take Janine and put her in jail. And we're going to be able to leave.
But this all sounds pretty good.
What would be bad, guys?
Well, when they take Janine,
That's what I was thinking.
Yeah.
she's not going to get to the precinct.
Yeah. She's
Okay.
literally got blood
Yeah.
on her hands.
Yeah. Okay, so they're going to go take her. They're basically going to be like, yeah, you know what? Let's just take care of her. I'm sure this will blow over. This is fine. Yeah, good call. Good call. Like, let's help. We're here to protect and serve. Let's do this. And they start taking her, and as they're putting her in the car, she jumps up about 2 stories onto the nearby roof and disappears into the darkness.
That ain't right.
What does Patrick do? What does Patrick do?
Actually, what happens is Patrick doesn't react to this, and none of the cops do.
Oh, okay.
They're just kind of like, okay, yeah, we got her in the car, and they start closing the doors, like, you got to come down with us. And Patrick's like, well, Mom's gone down the car. And all of you swear that at the last minute, right when she's going in the car, she jumped like 4-legged, clawed her way up onto the top of a roof. Not like a running cool jump like Jason Bourne sort of thing, like a 4-legged animal would do so.
You know what, guys? I think that's gonna be okay. Let's go ahead and get out of here.
Everything seems fine here. This is all fine.
Fine here. How are things
Fine.
with you?
Look, everything worked out for the
God.
best.
So
We've
there,
learned
to
some
be clear, there
information. I
is
think we've all
nothing in
learned
the
a
back
lesson.
of the car. I mean, it's so like if
Well,
I
you guys
look,
are far. You guys are far from the cop cars, and they're pulling away.
Okay.
okay.
So either she's in there and you all had a collective hallucination, or she jumped away and no one else noticed.
I think it's time to go.
Yeah, I agree.
And we have still
Ethan,
2 clown bodies.
Is that BMW like an all-wheel drive car?
Yes.
Should it
No,
drive?
it's unfortunate. It's not. It's just a regular wheel
Because
drive
if
car.
it could
But
just drive over the clown bodies, that would probably help us out.
Oh my god.
Oh, God.
Because we can't just leave it. We can't leave it.
well, wait.
Okay,
now we
hang
can't
on,
get
hang on.
it.
What,
Are the
so
cops
tire
leaving?
tracks solve it?
Are the cops leaving?
Yeah, the cops are leaving. So now you have a
Okay.
dead, deflated clown, and you still have this shadow skeleton thing dragging around the corpse that it's
Yeah.
embedded to, like a dog with its head stuck in a box.
I'm gonna pick up my crowbar and just start wailing on it.
Okay, you
It kind of
crack.
worked before.
You crack it like you're just like wood chips. Same sound,
Oh.
same feel.
Oh.
And as they hit the ground, they sort of disintegrate and blow onto the breeze and disappear. And so what you have at the end is a dead clown, right? With
Yeah, but the
yeah,
bone-
but without
charcoal
a
bone.
without
We
a
have
living.
now been witnessed beating a
Plus,
clown to death.
it looks metal as fuck. Beating the skeleton.
Yeah, it does.
It does.
So once it's dead and all that's left is the clown,
Yeah.
I walk over and I just sort of calmly, not to surprise her, but I just sort of calmly, as you're still beating on the dead clown, not realizing
no.
that it's dead.
She's not beating the clown.
No, she's beating on the skeleton, but the skeleton's done, and she's still hitting the ground with the crowbar. Like, die. I just like calmly, it's okay, it's done. And I reach down and I take Tim's bow tie off, and then I walk over to the leftover skeleton of Charlie, and I take the oversized fake silver pocket watch out of his vest, and I just sort of take those two, and I say, "Come on, guys, we gotta go."
Okay.
Like totally calmly, just like we gotta go.
We
just leave him there.
Okay.
So I'm gone. So I'm gone. So I'm gone. Anywhere the road may